gains and more. At the close, the Dow down another 205 points. That's the fourth straight triple-digit loss and the sixth straight session ending in the red. The Nasdaq off by 19. Oil prices ended $1 higher, closing near $39 a barrel. Some strong economic data out today didn't seem to help investors much. New home sales in July up 5.5%, with sales surging in the Northeast. Prices on those homes were higher, too. And consumer confidence for August is sitting at a 7-month high, thanks to more Americans finding new jobs. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
And good afternoon to you. 2:03 Poorman Show on the way. Before we do that, we're going to check out weather. Partly cloudy out there. Still a chance of showers. Highs near 93. Overnight lows tonight 67. Still hazy and 85 currently in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive in Corona, there is an accident on the 71, the southbound side, just before the 91 freeway. That has the left lane blocked there. And you've got stop-and-go traffic from the 83, which is also known as Butterfield Ranch Road. Also, through the Cajon Pass, road construction on the 15 southbound right there at 138. Caltrans activity has a left lane shut of the bypass lanes blocked. So, do not take the bypass lane. It'll probably be a slow commute for you. Traffic is slow from Oak Hill Road in that direction. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
On the line right now, three of the guys. Billy Bob Thornton, who I've known since the late 80s, and I even know some deep, dark secrets about him. Right, Billy Bob?
Yes, you do, sir.
I am very happy to welcome into the studio the Cottonmouth King. You know, I've thought about it, and I think you might be single, and I was thinking you and I would probably get along pretty well if we dated, so I wouldn't mind asking.
I live in New York.
So do I. I live in New York and in L.A.
Oh, do you? Well, aren't you clever?
Was that Susan Sarandon?
He started moaning. I'm like,
and
ew,
what was
this
he? And
gross.
He was this is as he massaged your feet.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, that's so gross. I'm like, sorry, I can't do this.
Wow.
Have you always been into guns?
Yeah, but I've been from California, so it's kind of stifled. You know, you can't own anything cool there.
This is Jesse James.
You know, the laws are pretty strict, and you can't really shoot them anywhere.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's going to happen. Here's the Poorman.
Okay, so I'm at the dentist right now, and both sides of my lower teeth are numb because I'm going to get new teeth. So hopefully when I go on the air live 3.5 hours from now, I won't be sounding like this. Anyway, for those of you just tuning into the radio show, I want to welcome you to the Poorman Show. And in just a moment, we'll see if I'm just as numb as I was 3.5 hours ago when I was getting dental surgery to replace my fractured teeth. And today on the program, we're going to have HB Surround Sound. They're going to be interviewed because they're doing a gig with me Friday night at Scotia Monahan's in Costa Mesa. And also, the men's advocate, Linda Gross, is going to be on. And there will be tons of other surprises on today's radio show as I talk to you from the dental chair of my dentist, Dr. Yun, who, do you think in 3.5 hours I will sound like this, Patrick? Okay, we'll find out. So, anyway, I guess now my teeth are going to get worked on, so I'm going to have to sign off. And the next time you hear me will be 3.5 hours after I did this. Oh, boy. Oh, I can't wait to see if it is the same.
Surf's up, and it's time for the Surf City Beach Report with Huntington Henry.
Hey, thanks, Pat Matthews here. We had some light rain this morning at the Southern California beaches. The clouds are coming in from a south and east direction. Some late afternoon clearing, but mostly cloudy. Partial sun. Air temperatures upper 70s, and it's humid. Brief 80 degrees possible when the sun pops out. The wind south, 8 to 10 miles an hour. Onshore, sunset 7:26 p.m., sunrise 6:20 a.m. in Huntington Beach area. Lower temperatures, upper 60s. More weather like this tomorrow expected, kind of a monsoon-type flow coming in. Hey, the surf remains small all areas, 1 to 3 from the south, 1 to sometimes 3 from the west. We'll just say all the way from Ventura south to San Diego, 1 to 3 feet. Poor surf today. Water temperatures upper 60 to 70 degrees north Los Angeles County, up to 74 degrees in the water South Bay, and solid low 70s in the water from Orange County into San Diego. The low tide this afternoon, 2.4, and high tide just before dark, 5.6. Forecast for the surf looks small until Thursday. Hang in there. Visit my YouTube channel, Henry Surf Showcase. I have been uploading beach and surf videos for you, some very rare and extremely hard to get. One of them, Coho Point in North Santa Barbara, a high security area. I have the only ever in the history of the planet Earth video from the beach at this Coho Point Ranch video on my Henry Surf Showcase YouTube channel. Check it out. And now let's get back to the world-famous Poorman Show and an update on those choppers.
Hey, everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer, here on The Poor Man Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. Leather doesn't have to be expensive. Not when it comes from Lucerne Lapidary and Leather in the Lucerne Valley. Who doesn't like leather? Get leather belts, wallets, gun belts, holsters, rifle scabbards, and original design handmade saddles. But that's not all. There's jewelry, custom design, custom cutting, shaping, engraving, polishing, repair, and more. Even classes in jewelry design. Come see it for yourself in the high desert. Lucerne Lapidary and Leather, 32776 Old Woman Spring Road in the Lucerne Valley. Call 760-885-7777. That's 760-885-7777. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net.
And lo and behold, folks, it's a live show and my voice has come back. My face is no longer numb. And that was literally 4 hours ago. I've had all my teeth replaced over the last 2 years because of, I don't know, they just all sort of disintegrated. Who knows why? Maybe age or something like that. And this Dr. Patrick Yun, he's just been amazing. The guy is totally just given me teeth again, and I can't thank him enough. And if anybody needs a dentist, he's in La Habra, just a brilliant dentist. So there's a, I want to bring up a few things here, and for whatever reason, I can't get to it, but I will. First of all, this guy texted me today, before I get into that, because it's going to get kind of gnarly here. Coming up at 2:30, we have the men's advocate, Linda Gross, is going to come on. And she's also going to be joining me at Scotia Monahan's Friday night. I'm going to put her on stage. I go, Linda, I'm going to put you on there. And she's going, what do I talk about, poor man? And so that'll be probably her first personal appearance. I'm sure she'll do great. Also, later on today, we've got 2 bands playing this gig. And that's why it doesn't matter what I say on the radio. It's going to be packed. We've got 2 Huntington Beach bands. Chatham is playing, and we're going to talk to Doug, the guitar player of the other band, HB Surround Sound. And they're a band that's been around Huntington Beach. Both of them are Huntington Beach bands. They've been around for years. Doug's going to play one of his newest cuts, and it's going to be a fun time. Scotia Monahan's in Costa Mesa, right off the 55 freeway. Take the 20th Street exit, and then you'll be there. This is Friday night. I don't do gigs very often because I don't get hired to do gigs very often. And maybe this will be my last one. Who knows? So we're going to have a packed house, though, for sure. It's going to be great. We're going to also have Heineken girls are going to be there, Heineken beer specials, restaurant critic Peter Dills. We got Wave Tools, my clothing sponsor, Wave Tools Surfboards, giving away a ton of stuff. Also, Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer, will be announcing everybody who appears on stage. Let's see, Michael Brown, the attorney with Laws of the Absurd, and just all kinds of other people. And all of you are invited. The admission at Scotia Monahan's is my favorite. It's free. I'm so glad that guy who does Sit and Sleep ripped me off, because Larry Miller, when he goes, for free, that guy actually admitted to me years ago that he ripped off my free. And no problem, Larry. I'm sure you've sold a ton of mattresses thanks to my brilliance. But I got a text from a guy in the 605 area code on earlier today, because yesterday, I'll tell you, to be honest with you, I was kind of a little bit bummed because we've now done this show for 7 months, and it's, I'm just trying to formulate this correctly. I've been in radio a long time, and I've been at the top of the radio heap. And really, to be honest with you, radio has kind of become unfun for me to do. And maybe I've just been doing it too long. Maybe I've got to look in the mirror and face the facts that I don't have it anymore. But the one thing that bothers me more than anything is I've always wanted to work off phones. And after 7 months yesterday, I put out a challenge to the, quote, audience, unquote, to have somebody call in who had never called the show before. And not only did we not get anybody calling the show who had never been on before, but we got nobody calling, period. And after 7 months of doing a show, I honestly think it may be time to pack it in and just end my radio career, quite honestly, because to have no, I mean, honestly, I don't like just sitting here talking blah 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 blah, talking to myself the whole time. Sucks. So this guy sent me a text yesterday, or today, and I really believe this is interesting. He said, after 6 months, you know the truth. Nothing will change no matter what you do. Nobody tunes to the station for the crap programming before and after your show. I'm texting you this now as opposed to during your show, so you know I'm not just trying to make you melt down. Remember the challenge. That's right, the challenge of having one person call the show who's never heard the show. Couldn't do it yesterday after 7 months, couldn't get one call. And everybody says, oh, people don't call radio stations anymore. Yes, they do. Newsflash. Okay, now, here's one thing I want to clarify. I am not talking about any other shows on this station. I'm not talking about ratings for anybody else. I am talking about my particular show only. So potential sponsors, don't let this influence you as to think this is anybody else on the entire station. It's not. My show is a disaster. It is absolutely a disaster. To not get any calls after 7 months is garbage. It's unacceptable. It's awful. And I was talking to my dentist today. I was talking to the receptionist. I said, you know what? I really just don't like doing radio anymore. And I don't know if it's because of what's going on with my show today in 2015. But the only way people react, by the way, is when I talk like this. When I'm talking like this, yes, and they all react. Woo, 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 woo. Only when I'm ready to quit. Other than that, nobody cares. The show is a joke. There's no hook to it. Linda Gross, she hasn't been in radio as long as I have, but she's got a hook. She's a men's advocate. She talks about men's issues. What's the hook of this? It's just an aging radio guy talking about this, that, or the next thing. Co-host, no co-host, up, down. Oh, be positive. You'll get calls. Be positive. There's plenty of people. You got to just, give out the phone number the right way. No one is listening after 7 months. Yes, there are a few people listening, but I could bellow down this street where I'm broadcasting from and attract a bigger audience. I know I could. In New York, I could even attract a bigger audience when I was living there because New York is packed with 10 million people. And also, if I do continue doing radio, another newsflash, here's a novel thing. I'm going to need to get paid to do a radio show, just like any other job. I would like to have a paycheck. That's something that has to happen at some point. I can't keep doing it for free or selling my own advertisements. So in answer to this guy, this has nothing to do with any other programming. I don't care if every other program on the station, and again, I have no idea, if every other program on the station sucks, which they don't. I've been in the same time slot for 7 months and did not be able to even get one call after 7 months. It doesn't matter what's surrounding me. This is a radio station, and to not be able to get calls is, you got to lay it on the host. No other explanation on that. No other justification. And again, I'm talking to virtually nobody right now, so it just really doesn't matter. So anyway, the other thing I want to talk about, if I can just pull this up, because I want to, is this thing with Disney. They suspended another guy on ESPN today, Curt Schilling. Curt Schilling is, even if you're not into sports, this is just awful. Disney, they're so holier than thou. They own ESPN, and if you say one thing wrong, like right now, there's two guys in hot water. One is Chris Carter, and the other one is Curt Schilling. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We pretty much have to take a break coming up right now, but I want to get into this political correctness. But I'm sorry if this offends Disney, but you're never going to hire me. Disney is mental ISIS, is what they are. You have to be politically correct, but we run pro football games where people bash each other, get concussions, and paralyze people. That's okay. But if you say one little thing wrong, you do one false tweet, you insult somebody in a small way, we suspend you or we fire you, like Colin Cowherd, like all these other people. So when we come back, I'm going to talk about ESPN and Disney, because you have to be politically correct. Why do you think Donald Trump is leading the Republican race? Because he's blurting out what he wants to say. Like he said that if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he'd want to do his daughter. So freaking what? I'll be back and tell you about what Disney did this time.
Hey everybody, it's Peter Dills with 2 picks of wines that once you try them, you'll agree with me that wines from Tom Gore and Wild Horse offer some of the best values of any wines today that you'll find at your local supermarket. If you like Pinot Noir, I love the Wild Horse. Cabernet and Chardonnay is your thing? Tom Gore, the farmer's wine, is the way to go. Pick up a bottle of Tom Gore or Wild Horse at your local supermarket today.
Hi, everybody. I'm the Poorman, and you are cordially invited to join me for my annual end-of-summer Raging Party Blowout. This year at Scotia Monahan's Irish Pub in Costa Mesa. The action gets started at 8 p.m., featuring 2 bands, Chase 'em, and HB Surround Sound. Plus appearances by restaurant critic Peter Dills, the men's advocate Linda Gross, attorney Michael Brown, and even Mr. Announcer Pat Matthews. Say something, Pat.
Is this mic on?
Legendary surf reporter Huntington Henry. Plus, tons of Heineken beer specials, and even the Heineken girls will be there. Wave Tool surfboards with mega giveaways, and much, much more. Mark it on your calendars. Friday night, August 28th, at Scotia Monahan's Irish Pub, 2000 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, just off 20th Street and the 55 freeway. I will see you there for my end of summer beach party. Okay, I'll tell you what, I just can't believe what Disney and ESPN are doing. Okay, I'm really into sports, but this has more to do than just sports. We live today in a politically correct society. That's the reason I don't have a big-time radio gig. It's because I offended a few people. And then the poor man's looked upon as this pariah. And if you've been in radio, even if you haven't, there are tons of people like Howie Stern. And by the way, Howie Stern sucks. I've never liked him on the air. But yet, he had Mel Karmazin because he licked Mel Karmazin's buttocks. And so he got to keep his little gig. I'm sorry, Howie Stern today makes $1 billion and doesn't get any ratings. And honestly, I've never liked him. I don't think he's got talent. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. But moving right to the most important thing. Yes, I'm broadcasting live from the beach, and people are hearing me probably. There's a cleaning lady across the street. She's probably thinking, who is this crazy man? Okay, so Curt Schilling is one of these ESPN reporters. It doesn't matter. This is what ESPN does. He put out a tweet with some memes that says, if you go to Curt Schilling on Twitter, it said, his meme has a picture on it, and with the meme saying, it said only 5 to 10% of Muslims are extremists. And then below it, it says in 1940, only 7% of Germans were Nazis. How did that go? So because of that, he put it out for 10 minutes, and then he retracted it, and he thought, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. He got 29 retweets and 33 favorites in 10 minutes, and he got suspended for that. It's his opinion, all right? He got suspended by Disney. Disney, mental ISIS, all right? That's your nickname, Disney. You are mental ISIS. You behead anybody mentally who has any opinion whatsoever. Then you have Chris Carter, who earlier this week, or they caught him in 2014 telling new people in the NFL that if they get in trouble, they need to get a fall guy, like a good buddy, like one of their crew, like one of their groupies. If, let's say, they're caught with pot or something, that person takes the fall instead of the famous football player who makes millions. So Chris Carter doesn't get suspended at all because Chris Carter is black. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. He didn't get suspended. I mean, come on. Then Colin Cowherd gets fired for saying that Dominicans may not be as smart as some other people in baseball, but tamer. You know, so nobody can express their opinion. But Disney, what you do is you do pro football. Pro football is great. All American. It's wonderful. Apple pie. Where people bash into each other. There's concussions. These people have head trauma long after they quit pro football, and then they end up committing suicide. That's okay. We're going to push pro football. Woo! And also people get paralyzed from the neck down in pro football. But that's okay. See, that's not reprehensible, like somebody making a bad tweet. Or the girl, I forget what her name is, the female reporter who had her car towed, who got pissed off at the tow yard person getting her car back. She got suspended. But you don't get suspended, Disney, because you support pro football. The NFL, which is the most violent thing on the earth. That's okay. You are just full of crap. Mental ISIS, that's your new nickname. I can't believe that is actually happening. And as I said before, you know, it was funny. I talked to Chasem today, who's playing this gig I'm doing on Friday night. And Chasem said that he doesn't even know what Trump's politics are, but he likes the fact that Trump speaks his mind. And you know what? That the only hope I have is a guy like Trump succeeds, then maybe I'll have a future and I can, you know, recapture my career. Because if I say one thing about Dr. Drew stealing my show, it's like, shut up, you're bitter. And yet he did steal my show. And so I'm sitting here struggling to get an audience. But that being said, my love of radio is really deteriorating to the point where, you know, I don't get paid to do radio anymore. I don't get paid like a regular person who does a regular job. I have to hustle up ads. And I'm, you know, and today I had to pay my phone bill with virtually no money. I mean, this thing is going on and on. I know a lot of other people are struggling with finances. We're in a tough economy. And I feel for you because I go through this every month, and I've been, you know, and it's just one of those things. That's all I can say. I will definitely be on the air, provided I'm allowed to be on the air through Labor Day because I have to fulfill some sponsor requirements. But after that, I can't tell you. It's just the audience hasn't grown. We can't get calls. The only calls we can get are the people that have called before, or people that are nice on the air and then bash me on Facebook. By the way, I got suspended on Facebook for insulting an 80s cover band. That's the other political correctness. Okay, an 80s cover band, they're a Depeche Mode cover band. I insulted the singer. I said, he used to be my producer. I said, he's much more creative than being in a Depeche Mode cover band. And so his girlfriend got all butthurt and reported me to Facebook, so I got suspended for 30 days. And honestly, it's been about half the time now, and I don't miss posting on Facebook. I think social media is garbage. I think all the people that are in social media, like everybody's got haters because all the haters are just little people who want to glob off famous people to try to get some fame of their own. And that's the truth of that. But anyway, so those are just some of my thoughts. It's pretty frustrating. I mean, for anybody who does any job, you obviously want to do well. You want to kick ass, and to just do this show. One thing I will say, the days I'm not there, I run a rerun, and that could actually harm the show. I agree with all the reruns. And you know why I do reruns, folks? Because I have another job the day I do reruns. That's the reason, because I don't make enough money doing radio to pay my bills. That's honestly the truth. I could put in a substitute host, but I don't trust anybody, because pretty much everybody you work with will continue to, everybody's out for their own in business. And they'll do whatever they have to do to get their own thing ahead. I realize that personally. So anyway, that's the situation. When we come back, I'm going to talk to Linda Gross. I'm going to leave this topic behind, and Linda will be joining me Friday night at Scotia Monahan's for maybe my last gig. But I'm definitely considering very strongly moving on from the radio world into another world that I'm not sure what that world is. And we'll be right back with Linda Gross, the men's advocate, right after this.
Too many men are wimps.
Linda Gross loves men. Bet that got your attention. Linda is a men's advocate who has helped many men get their balls back. And she can help you. Her proven coaching techniques will skyrocket your confidence and boost you into action in 4 sessions or less. Stop being stupid with girls, in business, or dump a lifelong problem. Go to themensadvocate.com or email Linda info@themensadvocate.com. Mention the Poorman Show and get 15 minutes free. Also, pick up Linda's book, Mastering Women, on Amazon. Get the straight talk from the woman who knows.
Hey everybody, it's Peter Dills with 2 picks of wines that once you try them, you'll agree with me that wines from Tom Gore and Wild Horse offer some of the best values of any wines today that you'll find at your local supermarket. If you like Pinot Noir, I love the Wild Horse. Cabernet and Chardonnay is your thing? Tom Gore, the farmer's wine, is the way to go. Pick up a bottle of Tom Gore or Wild Horse at your local supermarket today.
Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on the Poor Man Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day.
Got to mention my good buddy Peter Dills, America's restaurant critic. He, of course, is pushing 2 wines that I've now tried. The Wild Horse Pinot Noir, if you're watching on the Ustream, you can see that. Very good. And the other one is Tom Gore's Cabernet Sauvignon. I completely dusted that one. Not today. I'm not drunk. I am not like somebody else here at this station. But each to their own. I knew one jock one time who used to be on heroin when he did his show. One other thing I wanted to bring up with this political correctness garbage that we all deal with now. Nobody speaks their mind. Everybody, oh, don't burn that bridge. How about Steve Sarkisian, the coach of USC football, on Saturday night? I guess he was on painkillers and he was drinking, and he had to give a speech at the kickoff party of the athletic department for all their sports at USC. And so he would, drop some F-bombs, insulted Arizona, and now they're thinking of firing him because he was drunk giving a speech. I plan to be drunk at Scotia Monahan's Friday night, and I hope I get fired. But it's just more and more of the same garbage. They, by the way, they aren't Disney, but USC has got all these conservatives who probably are complete alcoholics themselves, who probably, go to bondage S&M people, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, I still can't get over Disney and ESPN suspending all these people. Yes, Disney, you have the great distinction and the great title of being mental ISIS. That's exactly what you are. You're repressive, just like the communist regime in Russia used to be. I mean, it's awful. People can't say anything in America, anything. Or if you get too famous, they'll dig up something on you and drive you down. It's just ridiculous. All right. The men's advocate, Linda Gross, is on the line. Linda, am I right or wrong about this political correct garbage?
I am 1,000% behind you on this one. I curse the day that Nancy Reagan invented this PC phrase because it's ridiculous. People just bend over backwards now to, watch what they say, and as a result, no one is honest anymore. Have you noticed that?
Well, if you listen to my show, did you listen to my show earlier today?
No, unfortunately, I've been driving. I've been on the road.
When was the last time? When was the last time, Linda, you ever listened to my show? Honestly, I want no. I want honesty. You just said we need to be honest. When was the last time you listened to my show? I won't be offended. When was it? When was it?
I probably listen once or twice a week.
Okay, name something I talked about recently, other than what I just brought up with you.
You had the one guy, the taxi driver on from New York. That was cute. I listened to that one.
That was 2.5 weeks ago.
2.5. Let me try to think what I listened to last
week.
You
don't have to listen to my show, because I don't listen to your show all the time either. But yeah. I think there is definitely a malaise, and there's a problem that exists. And I'm not calling you out on that, because honestly, nobody listens to my show. But the thing that I'm very concerned about is people supporting other people and making it interesting enough where we all want to listen to each other. And I think that and again, I'm being completely honest, I think we're all kind of individual entities. And you do a great show, and I know you're going to get syndicated real soon, and I've always known that. So I just want to let you know that.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words, and I think that is going to come true. So I'll have to send you a royalty check when it does.
No, you don't need to. So what's your show's tomorrow, and go ahead and let everybody know what you're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about going to the gym and how, being fit in your body affects, other things that you do. It affects how you are with women. It affects how you are in business. It affects you as a man. So we're going to talk about the gym a little bit.
Somebody just texted me and said, Linda does not listen to your show. She is not telling you the truth.
I'm driving right now, so I pulled over. So I'm not talking and driving, but I'm a little bit distracted right now. I'm sorry, but I try. I'll be honest with you. I don't often listen live, but I do follow the Facebook page every minute of the day. And if there's something that's interesting on there, then I go back and I listen to the show. So,
I think we have a fundamental problem. You're on, by the way, 4 to 5 every Wednesday, an hour after my show, and everybody should listen to Linda's show. But the thing that I think exists is that nobody listens to the other person's show. I mean, and I'm guilty of that myself. And it somehow, I don't even know why I brought that up, but let me give you an example of something that was different, because I can compare. When I was at KROQ, all of us listened all the time to the entire station. It was exciting. We were playing all this killer new music. It was something you were compelled, because nobody was doing anything that we were doing in the country, and we would there would be no way we'd listen to anything else. Right. And it's amazing. The situation. I mean, here's a talk station that is different, and yet nobody really supports. I mean, listen.
You know what? back in the 80s, I was one of those KROQ faithful listeners. There was a talk channel that went defunct a number of years ago, like 5 years ago. That particular channel, I listened to that channel, 9 hours a day too. So I think what was different back in the 80s is there was no internet. So our attention was not split, 1,000 different ways like it is now.
See, I disagree with you because there's still ratings on stations. Like in LA, I mean, the top-rated station still gets big-time ratings. They still get big-time advertisers. And I don't think it's just the internet. I think that and again, I don't want to single you out. By the way, Linda's going to be joining me Friday night at Scotia Monahan's, and I can't wait to have you go up on stage. I think you'll be a natural up there too. I know you will. So
thank you. I'm very excited, and I hope both of our listeners will join us.
Yeah, yesterday, I'll tell you why this has all come up. Yesterday, I couldn't even get one call. Now you get a lot of calls, so I'm really jealous. I couldn't get one person to call that hadn't listened to the show before. And this is after 7 months on the air, and I've been talking all show long. Of course, you haven't heard it, but I've been saying I'm pretty ready to after Labor Day just kind of call it a day, because honestly, I don't think I'm pulling it on the radio. I'm just not.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's insanely difficult to get calls. You know that. It's insanely difficult. And you just have to be controversial. You just have to have a topic that people want to listen to. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. I mean, I do a lot of social media before and after the show. It's just a combination of a billion things, unfortunately.
Okay.
So,
hey, Linda, I talked too much. I got to go to a break, but the Men's Advocate with Linda Gross, it's on tomorrow, 4 to 5. She'll be with me at Scotia Monahan's in Costa Mesa Friday night. Thanks, Linda. You are awesome.
Thank you, and so are you. Bye.
Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm the Poorman, and you are cordially invited to join me for my annual end-of-summer Raging Party Blowout. This year at Scotia Monahan's Irish Pub in Costa Mesa. The action gets started at 8 p.m. featuring 2 bands, Kcaa and HB Surround Sound. Plus appearances by restaurant critic Peter Dills, the Men's Advocate Linda Gross, attorney Michael Brown, and even Mr. Announcer Pat Matthews. Say something, Pat.
Is this mic on?
Legendary surf reporter Huntington Henry. Plus, tons of Heineken beer specials, and even the Heineken girls will be there. Wave Tool surfboards with mega giveaways, and much, much more. Mark it on your calendars. Friday night, August 28th at Scotia Monahan's Irish Pub, 2000 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, just off 20th Street and the 55 freeway. I will see you there for my end of summer beach party.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper. Coming soon to the IE.
All right, so we're back here. I'm happy to welcome to the show the guitar player of one of the bands that's playing Friday night at Scotia Monahan's, my gig in Costa Mesa that everybody's invited to. And, of course, the admission is my favorite. It's free! That's right, free admission. Starts about 8 o'clock. Heineken girls, Heineken beer specials. 2 bands from Huntington Beach that are both really good. Kcaa and a band that's been around a long time, HB Surround Sound. The guitar player, Doug, is with me. Now, if anybody wants to talk to Doug, hi, you guys. We're on the radio.
Hello.
You want to say hi on the air? What radio station? It's Kiss FM. Yeah, absolutely. We're on Kiss FM right now. Come on and say hi. I'm on with Ryan Seacrest. It's amazing.
Hey, Ryan.
Are you there, Ryan? Hello?
I am here.
Yeah. Hey, this is Ryan Seacrest on the line. You want to say hi to one of your fans?
Hello, fans.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put her on. What's your name? Come on out.
I'm Lena.
Lena, hold on. Do you like Ryan?
I love Ryan.
Okay, hold on. He's on the line right now. Hold on. And what's your name?
My name's Maddie.
And do you like Ryan Seacrest too?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just talking to me about he's going to have me. It's the last season of American Idol.
Oh yeah.
He wants me to like try out and be like this stupid performer.
I'll go with you.
Will you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, say hi to Ryan. Hold on. You can hear him now. Go ahead and say hi.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Are you ready for the big party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to ask him? Why don't you ask him if he's gay or heterosexual?
Yeah. Are you? I hope you're heterosexual, because
I'm heterosexual.
Ryan, give us the truth.
Oh wow, put me on the spot. I'll keep that ones that know.
Okay.
What did he say? I
don't know. I couldn't hear him either.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ryan? Come on, give it up. It's okay.
I will let the ones that know, and those that don't have to figure it out.
All right. Well, you guys have fun. Go. Okay. Bye. Nice to see you. Okay. And remember, what's your favorite radio station? Kiss FM. Exactly. Okay. Doug.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, man.
Thanks. I was like totally on the spot. I was like, what's happening?
I'm at the beach on the deck here at Newport, and these two girls walk by, so I had to make it exciting for them.
Nice.
Even though personally I think Ryan Seacrest is full of garbage. He sucks on the air, and I'd rather hear HP Surround Sound, your band, any day of the week.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me about you guys. You're from Huntington Beach. How long's the band been around? Quite a while, right?
Yeah, the band's been around quite a while. We played in the early and mid-2000s, and we took a lull for a few years, and then we've been back for about 4 years now. But since we've been back, we've got to do a couple national tours, a couple half-national tours, and gotten airplay here and there, and, just living the dream.
Yeah, and you've got some like ska sounding music, and you've got some hard music, right? I mean, how would you describe your sound?
It's hard. Like when people ask me, I think it's the punk rock with kind of I don't want to call it ska because we don't have horn, but you put it kind of like rancid style ska with like that distortion and that hard edge to it. But nice. It's punk rock with a little bit of rancid style ska. I mean, we're born and bred from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, so that's a huge influence on all of our music. That's kind of us. Like, basically the sounds that surrounded us growing up, we put into our music, and that's us.
Are all you guys from Huntington Beach?
We are all born and bred from Huntington.
And are you excited about playing Scotia Monaghan's at my gig Friday night? I hope you are.
Oh, no, I'm really excited. We're all excited. We had a long summer where we had a few family things go on. Our drummer just had a baby. I just got married, so the summer's been kind of a lull. So we're excited to come out and do a big show. And we love playing with Chasen. Chasen's one of my dear friends, and they're an amazing band. So I can't wait just to play with them as well.
Yeah, and as I understand it, what's going to happen is you guys are going to each do like short sets, like 15-minute sets, and then switch back and forth a few different times.
Yeah, so that's what I heard, and we'll throw a couple sets out, theme them out a little bit so you can dance or rock out, and it's going to be a fun night. Got to come out.
Okay, now we've got your song ready to play here. Is this a new song that you sent us?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that, and we'll give it a whirl here.
So basically, we kind of had a reinvention about a year ago, and we just wanted to come out with something. We put out a 3-song EP that was basically straightforward rock, punk rock, and we just wanted to throw something out. Most of our songs are about life, observations of life, being positive, or politics kind of a thing. And this one's kind of an observation on life song. And the name of our EP, Artificial People.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We're going to play it right after the break. And if anybody wants to talk to Doug from HB Surround Sound, In case any of your... Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we will play the song. Okay. All right. Now is the time we're going to play the song from HB Surround Sound, and it's called Artificial People. Is that right?
Yeah. Artificial People.
Okay, so here it is. And if people want to call in and talk to Doug, the phone number 888-909-1050.
Different things. There's a little kid that lives deep inside us all. She's a spoiled, rotten shit, and he wants the whole damn world. Who stands to benefit and profit from our greed? Advertise and we will buy the sad reality. We all want what we don't need. Why do we want what we don't need? 'Cause what we want and what we really need are two different things. Artificial people are all I see. 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 Artificial people. What do we want? What we don't need. What do we want? What we don't need. 'Cause what we want and what we really need are two different things.
Okay, that's Artificial People from HB Surround Sound, who will be playing my gig Friday night. Scotia Monahan's in Costa Mesa. Doug, you're not the singer on there, are you?
I am not. I can't sing for anything, so I just play the guitar.
You're the guitar player. Now, dude, I don't know if you heard the show up until now, but I said I may go off the air after Labor Day. So this girl named Vanessa has sent me a picture of herself, basically almost naked, and she said, she goes, "Don't quit. I would call if I wasn't at work. If you can keep your show on for the rest of the year, then I will take you on a date and wreck your 13-year streak without sex."
Uh-oh.
And now she's saying, "Oh my God, don't show that picture of me." I've been showing it on the Ustream. So I'm sure with you being in it, so you're playing guitar, and who's the singer of HB Surround Sound?
Matt Denny is the singer of HB Surround Sound.
Hey, and who else is in the band? Plug everybody if you want to.
So we got Mike Broberg on bass, and then Tim Centauri is our drummer.
Is this the same band that for how many years have you been together, all you guys?
Well, we were together we were together from 99 to 06, and we had another guy on drums, Jake Bushnell, and then when we came back from about the last 3.5 years, Jake was with us, and then he decided to venture off into other things. But the brilliant thing is that we had 2 singers, and they both wrote songs as well as everybody. So we're trucking.
Right, and Huntington Henry, who's going to be there also at the gig, who I failed to mention, our surf reporter, he says you guys have a pretty big draw when you play live.
Yeah, we've had a pretty big draw for the last bunch of years, and just been around for a long time. You know, we were a staple in downtown Huntington all during the 2000s, and been touring the nation in the mid 2000s and up till now. So yeah, we got a pretty good draw.
How frustrating is it being a local band, and your song sounded great? How frustrating is it that radio today won't play independent artists, which to me sounds so much better than the garbage that the record companies is polluting the airwaves with?
I think I got over that frustration a long time ago, but it is. But with internet today and Twitter and YouTube and all those different avenues, I mean, anybody can get a small enough name for themselves that they can make music for a living. So, you know, it's a little frustrating, but it is what it is, I guess.
I have this format called the 2K Countdown, where we count down the top 10 songs, and this is the criteria. We tried it twice, but all the artists have to have no mainstream radio airplay. They have to have at least 100,000 views on YouTube of their song. Some have millions. They've got to have a big draw when they play live. Got to have strong social media, and any genre of music is acceptable. So we do a top 10 based on those criteria.
Okay.
What do you think? Does that sound good?
Sounds good. Our YouTube views may not be there because we really haven't done a lot of music videos, but we have everything else.
That's good. Well, I mean, look, there's so many artists. Don't you think there's tons of artists out there that are great that just can't sniff the radio? I mean, I do.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen artists that have fallen into amazing spots just because right place, right time, or the right DJ listened to them because it was their vibe of music. It just depends on talent, because there's plenty of talent out there, but who listens to what, when, and what is their position in music?
Hey, being in a band, it's pretty easy for you guys to get laid whenever you want, right?
Well, I'm married now, so yes.
But before you were married?
Oh, man. It's there if you want it, I guess.
Do you have a crazy story of some woman throwing herself at you, or can you say that, or is your wife listening?
Oh, she's probably listening, but I don't really have any crazy stories of women throwing themselves at me. I mean, we have crazy other stories, but nothing that crazy.
One time I was doing a gig of all things in my wetsuit, and I had a girl come up to me and she said, "I want you to sign my breast." And so I went outside the gig, signed her breast, and then, well, let's just say her lips did the walking, so to speak, after that.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
yes.
You're far more advanced than I am. I think it's the wetsuit that's doing it for you.
Yeah, but today it's a whole different thing. I haven't gotten laid in 13 years, so hopefully Vanessa takes care of me. Hey, thanks for being on, Doug. I'll see you in I'll see you in HB Surround Sound Friday night at Scotia Monaghan's in Costa Mesa. Everybody's invited, and admission is free.
Free. We cannot wait.
See you then, my man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and thank you, everybody, for joining me on yet another Poorman disaster.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
See KC Radio. Another chaotic swing in the markets today, with stocks ending sharply lower again following a final hour sell-off by investors still spooked about the economic slowdown in China despite another interest rate cut there overnight. The Dow up as much as 441 points early in the session, did a 180, closing 200 points lower. Its fourth triple-digit drop in a row. The Nasdaq down by 19. Oil closed $1 higher, bouncing off some multi-year lows. It ended right around 39.